The Scourge is the biggest and baddest rocket launcher in Borderlands 3. It's one of the best weapons in general in the game, honestly. And remember, don't forget this one thing, it's pronounced Scourge, not Scourge, or people will get mad at you in the comments that you're saying it wrong. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Borderlands 3 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the biggest and best rocket launcher in the game, and I'm going to tell you guys the best farm for this gun right now. But before we get into it, if you could please just drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Borderlands content. Join the Zane Nation Discord channel, link will be in a pinned comment down below, and yeah, let's get into it. So the Scourge is the best RPG in the entire game, and you can easily melt bosses with this weapon, and it's one of the easiest and best boss melters in general in Borderlands 3. First, let's talk about the best place to farm for this weapon. So you can actually farm for this weapon from an enemy called Broodmother, but it's not the best farm for this weapon. Where you really want to go is the Cistern of Slaughter. So the enemy you're looking for here is round 5, wave 3, every single time. The enemy's name is kind of weird. It's basically like Licritus Vanda. I'm going to put it on the screen. And you can see them in clips that I'm playing in the background. But basically, you want to get to round 5, wave 3, beat it, and then load back to the waypoint. Basically, what this is going to do for you is reset the round. So then you can just do round 5, wave 3 over and over again. The cool thing is on average, like 5 of these spawn. I've also been told by people that you can get up to 10 spawns sometimes. So this is actually a pretty good farm for a dedicated drop in the game, in my opinion. Another thing that's really cool is if you actually not beat the whole round, but if you go to the end and kill Tremendous Rex, you can also farm for a Maggie or a Lyuda all in one and the Scourge. So basically just go to the end of the round, but don't kill the last enemy, and then fast travel back to the waypoint to reset the round. You can farm for the Scourge, the Maggie, and the Lyuda all in one. It's actually a decent farm in my opinion. So yeah. Now enough of all that, let's talk about the best way to use this RPG. So there's kind of a small learning curve to it, but it's pretty simple. Basically what this RPG does is you shoot it, it flies in a distance, and the farther the distance it goes, the more projectiles will spawn. Basically, it spawns a bunch of explosive projectiles. Now, it doesn't infinitely spawn these. It only has to get a certain distance before it spawns all of these. But basically, that's how you want to use it. You either want to shoot it directly over enemies' heads, or if you are going to shoot it directly at an enemy, you want to give it enough space to be able to spawn all of its explosive projectiles. And then all of those projectiles are going to home into all the enemies all around. That's why I kind of shoot it at enemies and at bosses sometimes. I'm going to play a clip, but if you notice, I made sure to give it enough space to be able to spawn its projectiles, because that's how you're going to get the most damage out of it. And that's basically how you want to shoot it. You don't, like I said, you don't just shoot this directly at a close range enemy. You need some space, some nice open room, and it's going to do a ton of damage when it spawns these things and home in all the enemies, and yeah. Now in these clips, I actually am using a couple tricks in these bossing clips to be able to get the most damage possible out of the Scourge and to be able to get that one-shot clip. So first of all, I am using my Sec Zane build, obviously link in the description for the Swiss Army Knife Zane build. But I am using some special pieces of gear. The first thing I want to mention is my class mod. I am using a class mod with heavy weapon damage, finding specific damage rolls on your class mods and stuff. This is how you get the most damage with these specific guns you're using when you're playing Zane. So if you want to get one shots, then you need to find these specific skill. Now I am also using a Snowdrift because the faster you're going, the more damage you're going to do. You guys can see my Snowdrift doesn't have any special rolls on this for this. And then finally, I'm using a rerouter. Now, I honestly don't even have the best anointment on this rerouter, but I was using it anyway. Basically, the 0.M and the one-shotter shield. The one-shotter shield is the best, but it is the most rare. The 0.M is probably the second best because of the recharge rate, but you can only get that from the takedown. So I decided to use the rerouter in these clips because it is a shield that you guys can get for boss farming. And yeah, mine doesn't even have the best anointment. Basically, you want elements on action skill end. And that's the last trick we're using, is we're just exploding our digiclone to get all of our anointments activated. And that's how you can create the ultimate one-shot and get some good clips. And what's cool is when you don't one-shot them, the second shot out of the Scourge always finishes it. Or you could just shoot them because there's not going to be much of them left if they take a whole Scourge shot. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this gear guide. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel to see more content. If you guys haven't checked out my Sack Zane build, link will be in the description below. If you want to show some support to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you guys gave it a watch. But that's pretty much going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.